Welcome to Dodger Fan Weekly. I'm Adele.
And I'm Anadel.
And we love the Dodgers. It's an exciting time for Dodgers fans, folks.
It is. This is the first time in like 5 years that I'm watching a game and we're down by a run and I am not worried that we're not going to win this game.
I know. They're coming back.
Yes.
And, we just played 4 series with the Nationals and the Reds and the Indians and the Mets. And last week we talked about run differential.
Yes, we did.
We outscored those teams 104-57. What kind of run differential is that?
That's a big one. Like 47
or something like that.
So yes, we're
and it's not, they're setting the table, right? Runners are getting on base, and then the guys are getting up and hitting home runs.
The home run thing
guy.
is pretty exciting. It's not everything, obviously, because we can't get 10 runs if we have nobody on base.
Right.
So, but you know what? Home runs, not only the Dodgers are hitting more home runs, the entire Major League Baseball is hitting a lot more home runs. Kind of makes you go,
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the home run.
Yes, we are.
My goodness, we're hitting a lot of home runs, and you and I get a little panicky about that because we lived through an era we didn't like. So we're going to talk about some eras.
Okay,
But I looked up the ringer.com. The guy's name was Ben Lindbergh, and this is what I found. This year, as of June 14th, 2,395 home runs have been hit so far.
And that's a lot.
We are on pace to beat the record from the year 2000 by 300 home runs. And that number in 2000 was 5,693.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
2,000.
And so I wanted to find out what he thought the reason for it was.
Okay, so did he say it's because it's hotter?
No.
And the strike zone's different?
No.
Not extensive PED use?
No.
Pitchers are throwing faster?
No. Well, pitchers are throwing faster, but he says that's not why we're hitting more home runs, because home runs have to do with the speed of the batted ball, the batter, in other words, and the ball construction.
Okay.
So it's what the batter does with the bat,
Right.
and how the ball is made.
Okay.
So he had some tests done with the ball.
Oh.
And what they look for is the core, not the core, but the COR,
Okay.
which is coefficient of restitution or bounciness.
So the balls are bouncier.
Well, let's talk about different eras of bouncy balls.
Okay.
Baseball's been around a while, right? So, I'm going to give you a quick history.
Okay.
The dead ball era was known to be from 1900 to Babe Ruth, which was in 1919.
And that's just because there weren't a lot of home runs.
There weren't a lot of home runs, and they changed the way they made the ball because World War I brought a shortage of wool.
Okay.
So the baseball manufacturers went to Australia to get Australian wool. Australian wool was springier. It made the balls bouncier.
Okay.
So it became from the dead ball era to the live ball era, right? And so Babe Ruth led the way in 1921 to take notice of the bouncier ball.
Oh.
And he adapted his swing.
Okay.
So that leads us to, there were changes here and there. There was the steroid era.
But they've always made the ball essentially the same way.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And so now we're in the air ball era, right? And that's because we got a new ball in 2015. And so the new ball has a higher core, bounciness.
COR,
right?
bounciness.
The seams are a different height.
Thinner thread. Right?
Not thinner, maybe tighter or laced differently than it was pre-2015.
Right.
That has added a speed of 1.43 miles per hour to the exit velocity of the ball, which has added 7.1 feet of distance.
Which is a lot because it can be a fly ball out and suddenly 7 feet is a home run.
Right, so more people are hitting home runs. There are more home runs. They've noticed a difference in Japan, in Mexico, in the minor leagues, and also with players that don't hit with as much power. So here we are with a bouncier ball that goes farther, which makes me happy.
And that's what the article is saying.
That's what the article is saying.
And didn't really kind of omitted talk about the possibility of, I mean, we don't want to talk about it, but we did have the steroid era.
Well, he talked about the steroid era, but he didn't bring anything up about now and the possibility. And It is always a possibility, and that's why we look at these things.
Mm-hmm.
One of our minor league players got an 80-game
Busted.
suspension.
That's right.
So it's not
over.
It's not away from the Dodgers
It's not
either.
away from the Dodgers now.
So,
Right.
but we in our hearts think it's just the greatness of
It's the juiced ball.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So
And a high drive away back, she is gone.
let's go Dodgers!
It's almost time for the All-Star game.
Yes, Corey Seager, Major Leaguer, Rookie of the Year, ain't gonna be on the team because
Well,
we can't see him.
Nobody's voting for him. Not enough
Because it's
people
East Coast
anyway.
bias. Do you think they don't watch us in the East Coast?
Well, LA fans can't see him either. That's part of the problem.
That's
I
true.
think I get Sportsnet LA, and I was watching it the other day, and Earl Hershiser is asking all of us to vote for Corey Seager.
Well, all of us that might be watching will vote for Corey Seager.
That's right. Well, Bill Shaken wrote an article this week, and he said that Sportsnet LA averages 79,000 households that are watching it, right? So Earl's talking to 79,000 of us. Earlier this year, they put the Dodgers on KTLA, over the airwaves, free TV. 378,000 households tuned in.
That's 310,000.
Look, it's almost
299,000 more
votes that Corey could be getting if
at
people could see
25
them.
votes a person.
Well,
So
yeah,
there you
because
go.
you can vote and vote and vote.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have voted as much as I can. So you need to vote as much as you can too.
Well, this is it's
It's a
you know,
sin.
The point is, it's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I
It
would-
is not. It's not East Coast bias. It's West Coast blackout.
Yes.
Congratulations to Osmar, OSMAR. He correctly answered the question from our last episode and won Justin Turner and Adrian Gonzalez bobbleheads. Congratulations.
And if you answer this week's question correctly, you get to win the brand new Kenley Jansen bobblehead. The question is,
What is the record number of home runs that were hit in the year 2000? I'm Adele.
I'm Anadel.
Don't forget to tweet. See you next time.